Hello and welcome to VeraLab. In this brief video, I'll give you all necessary information to get you up and running with VeraLab. VeraLab is a web-based application. However, it requires both server and client parts installed and configured to take advantage of full functionality. In this video, however, I will show how to configure VeraLab Server only. On this slide, you can see recommended software and hardware specifications. Minimum requirements are much lower and can be obtained in our documentation at www.veralab.com download page. Here you can see two most typical environment options. One with up to 200 client connections and the other one is with up to 500 connections. As I mentioned earlier, VeraLab is a client-server application. Server side hosts web application and database components. Basically, all you need is a server box with freshly installed operating system. There are no other prerequisites. All required components are embedded in the installation package. First of all, let's go to VeraLab website and download 30-day trial version if you haven't done so already. On downloads page, scroll down to VeraLab Server for Windows section. This is full version with all standard features included. Sometimes we receive requests to extend trial for a few more weeks. We can do that. If you feel that you need more time to experiment with VeraLab before making final decision to purchase, please send us a request. You can use email sales@veralab.com. Now click on the link and a new window will pop up asking you to fill out contact details. I guess this is pretty standard for most software trials. In my case, I already downloaded software once, so it didn't ask me to fill out the form again. Download VeraLab Server Setup exe file and save it to a temporary folder on the server, for example on the desktop. Now we are ready to start installation. Double-click the file you just downloaded, click Run, and Setup Wizard will show. Click Next to continue. Select I accept the agreement and click Next. If you have only C drive, keep default location. Otherwise, you may want to change to D or E depending on your conventions. Next screen will present you an option to install demo data. Demo data cannot be purged after installation, so you would have to uninstall and install again without data once you are ready to set up your own production environment. If you're just exploring VeraLab product and its capabilities, I would recommend going with demo data option. In this case, you'll be able to run and see all reports. However, if you are serious about implementation of VeraLab now, keep this option unchecked. Once installed, you'll be able to set up VeraLab specific to your environment. But you will not be able to run reports until more data is collected. For example, usage, statistics, software metering, and so on. All these reports, they require some data to be collected. On the Select Sign-in Mode screen, you will have to select one of the three available options. What do these options mean? First option is for self-service environments. This means you do not have a counter where students or patrons need to check in. Students pick any available workstation and use their school credentials to sign on to Windows or Mac session directly at the client computer. If you have MSID enabled, you can use standard version of the client. If you use another LDAP solution on campus, you'll have to download a LDAP enabled version of the client. Both versions are available on our website. Traditional way to check in students is to use counter sign-in mode. Students first come to the counter, present their IDs or another way to validate their eligibility to use lab facilities. Lab assistants swipe ID cards using card readers or barcode readers and assign students to available stations in the lab. Mixed mode is simply when you have, for example, many rooms or labs, and some of them are self-service enabled, the other ones require manual check-in using counter station. Click Next, and finally click Install button. It will take a few moments for VeraLab program to install. While it is installing, I'd like to mention that if it happens that you need to reinstall program several times, please uninstall program first from control panel and then remove the directory, VeraLab directory, completely from C or D drive, depending on where you installed it. This will ensure that subsequent installation doesn't pick up your previous setups. I recommend downloading installation guide from our website and look through it for additional details. Still installing, just a few more moments. Usually it takes within 2 to 3 minutes to install software. Almost done. Now the installation is done. Keep defaults and click Finish to exit the wizard. It will automatically open a browser window. The setup program will install 2 Windows services. One is to support database and the other one for web application. Depending on your server speed, it may take a moment to get the 2 services started. Once they are up, you'll be able to open the web application login screen. So on this screen, click first HTTP mode or HTTPS, and then scroll down a little, and if you have server host name, you can use server host name, or if there is a server IP address, you can use IP address to access it, and just simply click on the link. You see a web-based application login screen. So we are done with the installation and ready to use the product. Thank you for watching the video.